My question is, do you feel like if men maybe showed more like testosterone and like were more like men, maybe more women would be submissive. I feel like we have an imbalance.
Well, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think, you know, so the male and female relationship is adversarial by nature, right? So if one party becomes more masculine, it's almost, a foregone conclusion that the other side is going to be more feminine, right? So as women have started to behave more and more like men with pursuing a career and, getting into male jobs and entering the workforce in general and having this egalitarian society, it has masculinized a lot of women. And, a lot of guys by default are kind of like, oh, well, women make their own money now. It doesn't matter. Because, like, it used to be, like, guys understood that they would be the sole breadwinner. So they understood, like, okay, there's a burden of performance on me. I need to make money to support a family.
Right.
Now guys are kind of like, all right, I just need to make enough money for me. That's all. She could go ahead and bring her 50.
Right, but the reason I feel like that's a problem is that like the imbalance comes from everybody really needing to do self work. It doesn't just come from women deserving necessarily less. I feel like women by nature should deserve whatever they need to get from the man that's supposed to be a man. You know what I mean?
So I'm confused. What's your actual
So my
position?
thing is if more men act like men, then we wouldn't even have the issue of women trying to be masculine in the first place, right?
Yeah, I mean, I see your perspective. You're saying like men need to step up or whatever.
Yeah, we step up, then maybe they won't have to step up.
But here's the thing, right? So we live in like this world now, right? Where we're constantly shoving down young men's throats that women are equal to men. They could do everything you do.
Right.
Women are queens. So it's like guys, like a lot of guys are blue pilled and they don't understand that there is an invisible burden of performance on them where they need to still perform. This whole 50-50 partnership stuff doesn't work. But see, here's the thing. It takes guys years to figure that out. Because remember, you grow up, you're watching, Netflix, you're watching the television nowadays.
Right.
Since the 90s, right, we've seen very pernicious television that's kind of put women in like the leader roles and the men as idiots. You look at shows like Family Matters. You look at shows like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like all these sitcoms from the 90s.
A lot of movies growing up too.
Exactly.
Like stay-at-home dads or single moms and things like that. So
or the mom or the woman is like the voice of reason and logic, right? So this propaganda has been going on for decades. So it's very difficult to like unteach young men that.
So what's the purpose of feminism, and like what is it like? If who's making these decisions? Why are they trying to make us have less testosterone and like be less manly?
Well, I mean, the purpose of feminism, there's multiple different reasons why, but I think a big part of it is to double the workforce.
That sucks.
And when you double the workforce,
so it all comes down to money, right?
Almost everything has a tie to money to some degree, yeah.
Okay.
And then obviously, like women complaining and stuff like that, of course, too. But feminism, man, I don't think people really understand how destructive it is until like you get on the other side and you understand like that there are inherent gender roles.
Right, but the second that you give people a choice, like this, the second that women started feeling to have a choice, then we can't really just say that they don't anymore. You know what I mean?
They want what?
That they don't have that choice anymore, because there was a point in time where women were getting paid like less and things, but now they have all these freedoms. So you can't really go from giving women all this freedom and then just being like, you know what? I'm the man, you're the woman. You can't do everything that you used to do anymore.
Well, ironically enough, that's what they want, though.
How do you find the balance?
Ironically enough, that's what they want, though.
Is there even a balance? Or is
no, I'm saying they don't want a balanced relationship. And that's the real red pill, is that they don't want a balanced relationship. Media tells you they want to.
It's confusing. It's so confusing. And like, I don't even date because I'm so confused anymore. Like,
yeah, well, the other thing that's important is like,
so confused.
I think men need to understand that like, never pay attention to what women say, rather watch their behavior.
Right.
Because if women told you the truth, oh, I want a guy to like pull my hair when he smashes me.
Whoa.
I want to be treated like I want to be dominated. I want the guy to be a leader. I want him to be authority. I want to be confident. Like if women actually admitted what arouses them and what they're actually attracted to, it would make them look really bad. So these are things that is just not going to be publicly put out there. You just have to get it as a man. Does that make sense?
Or just know, like the cues. You're talking about you're talking about the emotional and cues, right?
Women don't want to have to explain to men how to be attractive.
Oh yeah, of course.
By revealing the process, it destroys the process.
But what do you think we can do to save this world from feminism and the imbalance that it's causing?
I mean,
where do we even start? Is it with ourselves?
I'll be honest with you, bro. We can't go back. Like we would need like an authoritarian dictatorship to get women to get rid of feminism, and that's
Well,
not happening.
then we just got to deal with it.
Yeah, really, I think the best way to navigate it in a realistic sense is men just have to adapt, understand this is the new marketplace, and prepare for the new normal.
So how do we prepare for the new marketplace?
You have to become as high status and as high value as you can be.
Okay,
That's
so
really-
I'm working on that. So I'm
Yeah.
doing good. Okay, what else?
Get it? That's pretty much it. And
Okay.
that's just to play the game, by the way. That's just to play the game, right? So like you're in a position where you have a fighting chance.
Okay,
So,
so I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
there you go.
Okay, thank you.
All right, man. Self-improvement's key.